My name is Fred Cowley. I am a rural contractor. I mostly do fencing as a rural contractor. I do some haymaking and a little bit of farming. We also do some farm building work occasionally. So the job can be relatively diverse. We also own property, a small rural property where we grow beef cattle. We do make hay on our property as well. We do a little bit of mustering for people on a contract basis. I run my own business, which we trade as Cowley Rural Contracting. That consists of myself, obviously, who's the principal of the business. My wife Susan does all of the paperwork, and
So yeah, I'm Susan Cowley, and I work with my husband Fred in our business, Cowley Rural Contracting, and we've been working our business since we were married, which is about 25 years now. I often do the mustering work because they're busy keeping the machinery going, which is pretty necessary in our business. That's the main where that makes the most money, so it's important to keep the machinery going. Speaking of the farm, I do a lot of work on the farm, and every bit I can do there is unpaid work. You only have a certain amount of cattle, which generates a certain amount of income. So the more time Fred and our son Clayton spends on the farm, it's unpaid work in a sense, and it's draining our income. So it's pretty important for me to free them up where they can make the most money.
My name is Clayton Cowley. My role in the business is fixing stuff and doing work that Dad needs done to keep him going, basically. I do the majority of the tractor work and drive the truck and registrations and that kind of thing, like maintenance work.
We do also have another fellow who we employ on a part-time basis. Depends on what jobs we are doing as to how much labour we need on each particular job. The daily program for a rural contractor is generally you have to get materials organised for a job, unless it's a bigger job and all materials have been delivered onto site. Otherwise you have to get materials organised, you go to work, in a fencing operation you put in strainer posts, fence posts, and run wires for fence construction, and to finish off you have to strain wires up and probably often put steel posts in or droppers on the wires. I think people believe that fencing is fairly hard work, which is true. Yeah, most people believe there's an easier way to make a living, and I think that that's very true. There's a certain amount of satisfaction in putting up fences in that you can see what you've done, and it will last. If you do the job properly, which we do, it will last probably 40 or 50 years without too much problem. And yeah, I think that that probably sums it up. People think it's hard work, but and most don't want to do it, but they probably appreciate the fact that we are prepared to do that sort of work generally.